Hey there, you with the face. Come over to our place and dino it up. That's right, that's my new catchphrase. It's copyright to me, and certainly not a song from the 80s. This is Hack the Dino Gaming Cast, where we talk about the past, present, and future of video game news. We are so happy you could join us here with your eyes and your ears and your mouth and your nose, head, shoulders, knees, and toes. I'm Ben Rosenthal, history's greatest monster, and I am joined this evening by my co-host, Floppy Starrick.
It could not be more correct.
And also joining us for one of two very special episodes is the Millennial Falcon, Braden Dixon.
Hello. It's nice to be back.
Yay!
How are we? Was everyone well?
Oh, yeah?
As well as you can be nowadays.
I've been listening to a lot of 80s music from Stranger Things. I don't know if you picked that up in my intro or not.
I do quite like, I will say, as much as it was sort of a bungled ad-lib, I really love History's Greatest Monster.
Have you never watched the show?
Bungle? How dare you? We invite you on here as a guest.
It was a really, really good phrase. I really like it. You should get business cards made.
Hello, I'm Ben Rosenthal, History's Greatest Monster. Do you know who isn't History's Greatest Monster? And that's Anto! Anto's here as well. Anto, how's things over in Keyvania?
Keyvania, yeah. Very key resplendent? I don't know.
Key resplendent.
That is a good word.
Is it?
Well, I was going to say key-E.
Right?
Yeah,
So I think it's
key
better
E.
than
I
that.
was going to go there, but resplendent sounded better.
It's a good word.
I
don't know
would
what
have
it means.
said, clickety clack, don't hold back. Wait, that's a 50s song. Anyway, we've got a massive thing to talk about, which is usually a show. There was a PlayStation Direct today. Well, a State of Play, as they like to call
State
it.
of Play.
We know what it is. It's
Direct.
We know
An
what it
in-station
is.
state of direct.
Yes.
Yeah.
Direct did it first, didn't it?
Nintendo Direct did it first.
Yeah.
Absolutely, they did.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just once again innovated, and then everyone went, "What you got there?
Well, why wouldn't you?
Like, maybe I'll copy that, just like everything else you do."
Yeah.
But we won't get into that. But we will get into some other things, such as what we've been playing. And Floppy, you've been playing quite a bit, haven't you?
Actually, yeah. In comparison to the last few shows where I played nothing.
Well, you weren't even here last show.
That's correct. Why? No, I made an appearance.
And I didn't say you died. I said you were skydiving, rescuing orphans from the burning orphanage.
Why was the orphanage in the sky?
Don't ask questions. You
Damn.
were there.
Like,
Yeah, I was there,
Floppy,
I
you've
should
come a
have.
long way from when you weren't on the show when I was on the show.
Yeah, when it was just
God damn.
pee holes and diarrhea.
Yeah.
You said it. Anyway, what have you been playing?
I'd played a few things. So first of all, the one thing I've been playing the most for this year was Horizon Forbidden West, and I finished that.
Finished it.
I finished it.
That's a big
so,
game.
I mean, I finished it. When I finish it, it's like 80-85%, which I'm super happy with.
You dad finished it.
I totally dad finished it. I'm a dad. This is what I do.
That's what we do.
It's a big game. 100%ing that thing is insane.
Yeah, I don't have that kind of time.
And you know what's even better?
To get to roll credits to me is like quite the achievement.
100%.
People who do want 100% it, like spoiler for a bit later on in the show, but with the new DLC that's come out, they've added new trophies for the New Games Plus.
So you still haven't 100%ed it.
Yeah.
Sorry, gang.
But I finished Horizon Forbidden West. It was fantastic. It was everything that I wanted it to be. So I had a great time with that. Loved it.
Very nice.
I was surprised to hear you hadn't played it.
Yes,
yet, 'cause
I
thought you
haven't
would have
done
played
it
by
yet.
now.
I really, really want to. I haven't had a lot of time with uni and everything. I haven't been playing a hell of a lot, but Horizon is definitely high up on my list. I do kind of want to, even though I did platinum the first one, I kind of just want to go back and blip through the story just
How
to
do you
replay
have
it
time
again.
to do that?
Well, I don't yet, but I want to. There's so many games coming out that I want to do that with. The new Jedi game, the God of War, like
get
all of
there.
these things. I want to play the first one.
So
of
you
again.
remember when we were, what's the word? Young.
Sometimes.
Young people have energy. Young
Oh, I
people
wouldn't-
have stamina.
I wouldn't say that.
Us old guys, we just
Have
got to sit here and go, "Oh,
Energy
what?"
drinks and pills.
Oh! Thanks for that very necessary information about your life, Floppy.
The other thing I've been playing is I always have a couple of games on the go. So I have like a big game, and I generally have like a game that doesn't take too much thought power or anything like that. So I was playing Kirby, which is a nice little turn your brain off, just have a lot of fun, really cute game that I was playing on my lunch breaks.
I've heard
at
a
work.
lot of really good things about that.
I
Kirby
finished
game.
Kirby. It's the first time I finished a Kirby game. It was great.
It's the first time Kirby hasn't killed a console.
There you go.
Wow.
Thanks, Kirby. No, it was great fun. I will probably go back and actually maybe 100% that thing because it probably is not too difficult, I don't think.
That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I've only heard really good things about it. So
And I've moved on from those. I'm now playing Lego Skywalker Saga.
So am I.
It is. Have you started it?
So
yeah.
am I.
Yeah. I'm up to.
Now, is this when
episode
you
2.
go like, actually, I was playing Fortnite, but I had Lego in it?
No, I haven't touched Fortnite for a couple of weeks, actually.
Nice.
Yeah, I know.
You good?
I just,
Yeah.
I just went. I got
What's
Doctor
wrong?
Strange and just went.
Wow.
I'll wait. I've been following the storyline.
Yeah.
Yeah, just got bored. It
Have
was a
they
lot more
added
fun.
anyone else recently? Or
Well, there's a leak of the next season's battle pass. Have you seen that?
no, I have not.
In Banana Bones.
Yeah. So basically, I think Sunday is the new season. So the level 100 skin is going to be Darth Vader. The secret skin is Indiana Jones. So
What?
yes, I will
I
be
mean,
playing it again.
For some reason, that did show up at Star Wars Celebration, so
Yeah. So
it's all Lucasfilm.
it's like after Anton and I were playing a lot, and it's a game that's a lot of fun with friends.
Yeah.
Like playing duos or trios. It is so much fun, especially if you're like me and you just like trolling people.
And now they've taken out building.
And what? Sorry?
And they've taken out building
Yeah,
now.
so
Yeah,
took out the
and they
stuff that I
take
couldn't
off
do
building.
anyway.
Even better.
It's a bit more playable.
Yeah, but no, I'm up to episode 2.
Yeah, cool. I started at, I'm about to finish episode 2.
So everyone here started episode 1?
Yep.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
Anto, have you?
Love the prequels.
What are we talking about?
Lego
I
Skywalker
haven't
Saga.
looked at the new Lego Star Wars yet. It'll be the first one I will have purchased and played intentionally when I get it.
Same.
Purchased and played one accidentally.
He's done it on accident.
Well, no, I've played some through, like, other people owning them or
Okay.
other perfectly legal digital
You've
means.
gone out of
Yeah.
your way to play this one as
Yes.
opposed to
But
it
I will
being
go
there.
out of my way to play this instead
It's-
of...
You should. I'm up
Yeah.
to Empire.
It took me. It took me probably the first 2 levels or so of the Phantom Menace to get my head around the best way to play this one. Or
Yeah.
for me anyway, with a few of the changes, and I'm like, so now I'm beelining through it to get the characters to go back and do it in free play.
I 100% recommend. I was trying my usual like early
Try and
days,
collect everything.
trying to just get
Yeah.
as much as I could, and then I was
Beeline.
like, nah, just go straight through the story, get all the way through it, and then just go back to the free play.
Because by doing that, you've got one of every character that you need.
Yeah,
What I really like about it is it's just a relaxing time. Like for me, it's my
Yeah, it's
relaxing
good
game.
fun. Can't die.
Where you just don't die. So you just sit down, you just go through the motions, go. I've
and
had
you
my
just
fill.
get to get nostalgia for Star Wars moments.
Yeah,
and
it's
I'm all
simple.
for
I
that.
like
Yeah.
it. The voice acting threw me a little bit at the start when it was different actors.
Tell you what, it has made me laugh out loud multiple times.
Yeah,
though.
it has.
Oh my god, it is funny as hell.
But yeah, the thing I'm playing the most at the moment though is Sifu.
Ooh.
And I was really looking forward to this. Ant's got a video up there. This game is fantastic. Like it is simple. It is beautiful. The prologue that you play through is an excellent way of having a playable tutorial before you start the story by starting the story. So you don't play the main character in the prologue.
I
And I'm not going to tell you anything else other than
Yeah,
that.
I would highly recommend like people not do what I did, where you watch someone play through the start of it because you just get the entire start spoiled for you.
Yeah.
But it looks like a really good entry to the game where it feels like you're super powerful, and then you learn what you need to just practice and get incredible at the game later on. It's crazy.
Anto?
Based on, I guess, both of your experience with it so far,
Yep.
how long would you say it is, roughly?
I'm going to go with, for the normal person, it's probably about a 10-hour game, I reckon.
And I'm gonna say it's as long as you want it to be.
Yeah,
because you can get through this game and you can do a floppy dad ending and get the credits and be like, oh my god, I actually did it. And then you could be a complete lunatic and try to get through the game without dying.
So the way that it works is each time you die, it's not finish. It's resurrect due to a little magical pendant that you have, which depletes. And you resurrect, but you age. Now, as you age, you get more powerful, but you lose health.
Oh,
So you
okay.
become essentially a glass cannon.
So it's like
So
a
you-
reverse Hades,
I didn't...
Yeah.
where like
I don't know,
instead
I
of
thought about
dying
it.
and getting more powerful, you get more powerful and lose health instead of just getting overall more improved.
It
Yeah,
creates
so
an incredibly strange overall balance.
Okay.
Does explain why his name's Seta.
Why?
Reverse Hades.
Oh, that was the worst.
Oh, even I knew that was bad.
You get skills that you can unlock throughout the levels, and then you can either unlock them for that level, or you can unlock them multiple times to permanently unlock them.
Okay.
The coolest thing is though, if you're busting your way through a level, and you decide you've died too many times, you're getting too old, you can just restart it at the age that you
That's what I
got
think
in
about
at the
every game I play.
No,
That's
but
just
so
why.
you can just restart it again, that level, and you're the age that you entered it at.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
And yeah, so basically to actually finish the entire game, I think you actually can't die more than a certain amount of times.
Yeah,
Like,
there are certain things that you can't unlock once you get over certain ages.
yeah,
That's cool.
So it is a real, like, to actually finish it, you will be replaying levels and trying to, like, learn and remember the exactly what you need to be doing so that you can survive the longest amount you can. Yeah, it's a wild game, and, like, trying to get the combos down.
Oh,
See, I don't know if I have the patience for like a perfect run because I've done it with Metal Gear Rising once before.
Really?
I played Metal Gear Rising, finished it on Revengeance difficulty without taking a hit.
You're a crazy person.
I am a crazy
You're
person,
a
but I
crazy,
love Metal Gear
crazy
Rising.
person.
Oh, so that explains
I,
everything about you.
Yeah, one of the things I love about this game is probably the closest I'm ever going to get to playing Dark Souls ever.
Okay.
In the fact that it's got some of those elements, whereas a super simple combat to learn, but like really hard to master, and you got to parry a lot.
But
Parry
that
and
just-
dodge.
Parry
That
and
just
dodge.
sounds like 3D Street Fighter. That sounds great.
Oh, dude, the art is so beautiful, and the movement is so fluid. The hits and everything feel weighty, like it's
Oh, they've
just-
got some like oomph behind them.
Yeah,
Like, you can
yeah.
feel
You're
the
going to
hits.
say girth?
Yeah, I was going to say girth. I went, no, that's wrong. That
it's
is
very wrong.
Got some girth behind
But
it.
I do like a bit of girth.
Yeah, not bad.
I'm for the podcast listeners, Anto just gave a all-fist salute.
And you can also straight up like interact with the entire environment, and there's animations depending on where you're at in the level.
Yeah.
Like you can straight up like throw someone over a desk or slam them into a lamp on a wall.
If you sort of stagger them while they're by stairs, you can just throw them downstairs.
Yeah.
I have another question for Floppy.
Go.
Shut
Sorry,
up,
that was
Dad.
really like, go.
So, someone in the chat mentioned sleeping dogs.
Okay.
Does it feel like that combat-wise, but like better?
To that, I will reply, don't know, never played Sleeping Dogs.
Okay.
I don't think it. No, I think it's a little bit different to Sleeping Dogs.
Okay.
I highly recommend people check it out.
It's a
because,
video
like,
game to start off with.
It's-
So that's the biggest difference.
I haven't
instead of you
seen a
scratching
dog.
the belly.
No dogs that I've seen so far.
No.
A slap. all through
Really
you
cool
at the end of
story,
this.
really simple, really nice little hub that you go on your missions from or do training from.
Yes, you get a conspiracy board.
You did. You got a little detective board. So there's, I think, 5 bosses that you got to beat. I've beaten 3 now.
Sorry, can I just point out
Yes.
that Floppy referred to it as a detective board. Braden referred to it as a conspiracy board. And if that is an indication of these people's age, I don't know what is.
100%. Wow, that was just the generational gap.
It certainly was.
I think you'll
picture.
find it is actually called the detective board.
So what you're saying is, overall, it's like a mix of Heavy Rain meets Streets of Rage meets Dark Souls, and it's good.
Crowded room.
You could,
Yeah.
You could put some of that stuff. Yeah, bits
Oh,
of
and
all of that.
Shenmue.
Yeah, I can see all that.
Yeah, just play it. It's so good. It's awesome. That's what I've been doing anyway. We've just spent 20 minutes talking about what I've been playing. So.
That's all right. Braden, what have you been playing?
Lego Star Wars.
Lego Star Wars,
Playing
brilliant.
so much Lego Star Wars. I'm slowly getting through it. I also just got because I traded it in when after I platinumed it on PS4, but I wanted to play through it before the new one. I went and got Jedi Fallen Order on PS5.
Oh, I'm going to do it again too.
I'm
'cause I
going to
love
do it
so
again.
much.
I might do it for the first time.
Oh, do it. Do it for the first time. It's good.
Maybe.
Depending on how good you are at it.
Oh.
I got through it. If I can get through it, anyone can get through it.
It's a Dark Souls like, but it's not like
It's not-
It's a Metroidvania Dark Souls like. It's a third.
Without being
you can-
punishing,
Ben,
though.
you can just play it on easy and just absolutely slash the shit out of anything.
It goes without question that I play it on easy, all right? You don't need to sell it to me there. I'm there to
it's
enjoy
also-
myself.
It's a good story. I really like it. I really like Cal and his little droid buddy.
Who do we think
Was it
the,
BD1?
Yeah, BD something.
Yeah, BD1. Who do we think in the new trailer? Who's in that?
The long-haired fellow.
Yeah, I've heard
Revan.
Starkiller.
I've heard
Oh my
Revan.
God, that would be.
Oh, really? You've heard Revan?
I've heard Revan.
Oh, it could be a way they bring him back.
I think it's the way they're making Revan canon.
Well, they are like Star Wars at the moment is like I'm one of the few people that I know in my friend group who is still into Star Wars. Everyone else is sort of burnt out on it.
They'll come back.
I am like
Fake
Star
fans.
Wars is back in a major way.
Oh, huge.
And they are really just at this point where like they're making a smart move, not doing movies really. They're going we're going to do TV
Easy to
shows,
consume
comics,
content.
books,
Do you know
and
what
games.
the first movie who's going to be directing the first Star Wars movie when they come back in 2023 or 2024?
Isn't it the Taika one?
It
Taika
certainly
Waititi?
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
That'll
it's
be
gonna be
sick. That'll be so
very
sick.
different.
It's going to have Korg in it.
They're making this incredible like shift into long form storytelling instead, and it's doing them wonders.
You know what?
And they're just cherry picking their favorite parts of the extended universe and the Legends canon.
It's kind of taken the place of what they did back in the day when they were writing all those books.
Yeah.
But now instead of the books, they're making long form.
All right.
Yeah, it's great.
I'm going to have to be Mr. Look at the Time. Anto, do you want to have a quick talk about what you got to play over the past 2 weeks?
Yes. So I was fortunate enough through connections that we have made through Hack The Dino to play Multiverses
Yay!
in their closed alpha.
The new one from the Warner Brothers.
The Warner Brothers Smash Bros. Like game.
Ah.
Yes.
Thoughts?
It's really good.
I wasn't expecting that. That was a good fake out.
You've
It's
actually done a really
really-
good job of not really giving away on Discord what you thought of it.
Yeah, no, it's really good. Last show, when we had the guys from Toy Power Podcast on, we were talking about Smash Bros. And I've put like either between 2,800 and 3,200 hours into Smash Bros. Ultimate.
People.
It's a lot of time.
a lot.
So I was going in expecting it to not be good.
I mean, based on those trailers alone,
And the Nickelodeon one, which is
Yeah,
gone
the Nickelodeon
free.
one was a bit.
All-Star?
All Stars Brawl or whatever.
no,
Yeah.
SpongeBob?
But with that said, I spent probably close to 35 hours playing it total.
Ooh.
And that was only
which-
over a week.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, I spent a fair bit of time with it.
Yeah, good taste tester.
It's very, very fast-paced. The focus is on co-op, so like 2 versus 2 instead of 1v1 or free-for-all.
Cool.
It's going to be a bit weird to see how the free-to-play and sort of battle pass aspects affect gameplay. The one thing I wasn't sort of sold on was you can equip perks and abilities to the characters outside of their set roster of moves, which kind of changes, you know...
That gives it a very pay-to-win type
Yeah.
feel.
Almost, yeah. Some of the characters felt a little bit unbalanced because, you know, you can equip a perk on someone like Superman where it affects the properties of his projectiles and they're faster and harder to dodge, that kind of thing. So it'll be interesting to see how they balance that because, you know, it's early days. It's very much still in, you know, testing.
Yeah, it's a work in progress.
But I'm hoping they don't go too ham with the pay to sort of win aspect, and I'm hoping that they just focus on like the Fortnite style of things, where it's very cosmetic based and that kind of thing.
It's Warner Brothers.
But yeah,
They want money.
overall,
They've got a lot of characters to play with.
yeah. For an alpha test, I would give it a solid like 8 out of 10.
Oh, wow.
In terms of just the amount of fun I had with it, Tom and Jerry are a blast to play.
Did you hear about the rumored leaked character that they might be putting in there at launch?
I haven't heard
Vlad the
anything else
Impaler?
other than the Iron Giant is coming.
Nope.
But
Nope. Ted Lasso.
what?
Yeah.
What? Oh my god. He gives you a hug. He's just very wholesome.
Yep.
Very supportive.
Who's Ted Lasso?
That's insane.
From what TV show is it?
Ted Lasso.
Ted Lasso. Yeah. A show called Ted Lasso. He's a wholesome person.
It's
Wholesome
about
individual.
soccer or football.
Oh, that sounds like a great TV show.
Do you know what else?
Get
is
right on that.
Wholesome.
It's apparently very good.
Oh, okay.
Sitting down in your cozy PJs at 7:30 a.m. Australian time and watching the latest PlayStation State of Play, and that's what none of us did because we all have working. But some of you out there may have been able to do it. To which I say,
Good for you.
well done,
Well,
congrats. You're better than someone who doesn't have pajamas.
Well done for being slaves to the American schedule.
Yeah. Anyway, let's talk about this State of Play.
That was a bit harsh.
All right, we'll kick it off with the big announcement that they kicked off with. Resident Evil 4 Remake announced. Floppy,
Yes!
tell us what you think.
I've been wanting this for ages, ever since they did 2 and 3. I've wanted 4 and I've wanted 1. I know I won't get 1, so I was going to be happy with 4.
Is this the most re-released or remade game out of the whole franchise?
I think 1 would be, wouldn't it?
Oh, nah.
Four's on GameCube. It is on Wii. It
Yep.
is on.
Yeah, but number 1's on GameCube, on Wii, on
PS1.
PS4, on PS1.
Oh, true.
but it hasn't been remade. And I feel like 4's also had all of those as well.
Yeah, so this will... Yeah, I don't know. But anyway,
It's definitely the
super
most
stoked
in
for
demand
this.
one.
Anto and I were talking about this before. It looks like they've stayed really true to the OG game, and while giving it the Resident Evil 2, 3 remake that they've done. So I'm super stoked. I cannot wait for this.
Honestly, I just hope they take the pervy parts out. Like, you know how they had that joke where if Leon looks like Ashley's skirt when she's climbing down a ladder, she goes, oh, you
I'm
pervert.
sure they will. Look, they took the butts out of Mass Effect.
I think they're definitely going to do that because
It's not a port, though. It's a remake, so I'm
Yeah,
sure it won't
like-
be in there.
it's definitely going to be, I think, toned down. There was less of that sort of creepy stuff in 7 and 8, which, first person's often easier to do weird stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you'd hope they would not keep it in because of a vocal minority of the fan base who want to be deviants.
Other than that, without talking too much about all that sort of stuff,
yeah.
super stoked for this because this was like the first one that broke away from the whole Raccoon City T-Virus, G-Virus sort of train of the story and sort of went a little bit different.
And they weren't really zombies, were they? Like, they were parasites. That
It was like a parasite. Was it a mold? No, that mold was...
Mold
was a
was
parasite
one.
called the Los Plagas.
That's right, Los Plagas. But it all gets tied back, and it all is still part of the same story, which is really cool. But it was one of those ones they took a big gamble. Like, they could have either gone really bad by deviating from something that works. But yeah, they did a great story. I can't wait for this. I'm super stoked. I was really, really happy with this. I was surprised they opened with it.
It was a very strong opening.
Now, the game looks to be releasing for next gen only, and it has PSVR 2 components going into it.
Yes, terrifying.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I cannot imagine trying to play, like, I saw the people
Come to my house, you can
playing-
do Resident Evil 7 in VR.
Yeah, I
if you
saw
want.
people playing Resident Evil 7 VR, and I was like, you guys are mad lads. And now they're like, hey, also, we're doing Village VR, as well as Resident Evil 4 VR. These people are insane. They just want the giant woman.
Do you remember the story of me almost killing my child?
Yes.
Because of
Yes.
Resident Evil 7 VR?
Oh, man, I would love so
Resident Evil 7, encouraging filicide.
Oh my god.
You know what else encourages filicide? What? No Man's Sky is coming to PSVR 2, and I just want to say, all is forgiven, Hello Games. When you launched, you lied to us. But you stuck at it, you stayed the course. It's still a battery sim. But have you had a look at any of the
It's
No Man's
amazing.
Sky?
It's not the same game anymore.
I didn't even recognize what it was until the logo came up. I
Like,
had
when he
no
goes out of
idea.
this hangar just here, and there's ships everywhere, and you have a sky whale,
Looks
and they're having
nothing
fights.
like
and it's such an involved game now. Part of me is going, oh, maybe I should download it again and,
You know
and
what?
play it.
It looks amazing. I'm like, there's too much there now. I liked it. When it came out, I really enjoyed it. Like, it was nice and it was simple and it was one thing to do, which was explore.
Peaceful.
Yeah. Peaceful
Anto?
is actually a really good word.
I actually have the same opinion as Floppy. Like, now looking at it after however many years it's been, 6 years?
Feels
Yeah.
like
5
it.
or 6 years? Yeah, it was 2016?
2016 or something?
Something like that.
It feels like there's far too much, and like too much has happened in the in-game universe for me to sort of want to dive in for
We
fear
gave
of missing it
Markiplier a
all.
review. That's good. Markiplier needs those views.
It
I'm
does.
sorry, I forgot it was there.
But look, no, hats off to them for sticking at something and working to make something that the majority of people
Well,
wanted
it's
out
made
of
me
it.
more confident whenever they come along for their next game. I think they've
Yeah.
got 1 or 2 in development now.
For a long time, we were calling it No Man's Lie.
Yeah, like I will now take another risk with them because they've shown that they will stick to something, and I'm sure they've learnt lessons.
Yeah.
Next up, we had Horizon Call of the Mountain, which is the PSVR 2 capability-enabled Horizon shindig.
When this started, I was like, oh, it's a climbing sim.
Yeah.
And then it was like, no, you can straight up fight all the giant robo dinos. And I was like, oh, well, that's actually impressive.
I think I'm the only person that I know of that I was talking about Anto with it. I just want my VR to be gimmicky. Like I don't like I don't want to do my big narrative,
Yep.
beautiful looking games in VR. I want to sit down on a couch and watch them on a big screen.
Yep.
VR, I want to do things like Beat Saber. I want to do things
Yeah.
like Super Hot. I want to do things. Racing, I think, lends itself well to VR. But
Yeah.
so yeah, as much as a fan as I am of Horizon and the games and the world, I don't care about doing
Let's
it in
face
VR.
it, though, like this, I think specifically, is there to sell PSVR 2. Like,
They're there so that someone can try it at a friend's house and it's like a demo.
Yeah.
And then they're like, wow, this is incredible.
I think they've made a big noise recently about 20 launch titles for PSVR 2 when it comes out next year.
Yeah, it's pretty insane.
Like, they are really pushing hard with this one to the point where I'm thinking, you know what? I might do it. I might pull the trigger.
Get VR.
Get VR 2.
Do you think that the VR 2 is going to stay that name?
No.
Probably.
It'll be called...
I think it's a rubbish name. It sounds like something that they just wrote down on a bit of paper to get by until they found a good name.
I mean, they could just call it PlayStation VR Morbius or something.
No, they'll call it PlayStation VR Playing. VR Playing.
Okay. What?
Shut the fuck. Anyway, then DLC for Forbidden West came out. Free New Game Plus download with an alternate path, and as we touched on before, additional trophies are now in there. So any of you Platinum
100%ers.
Hunters...
Classic.
Sorry, Greg Miller.
Sorry, Dylan the villain.
Oh, yeah. Dylan, let us know how you go with your second playthrough
Have
in
fun.
New Game Plus.
Will you just be able to... Oh, no, it is New Game Plus, isn't it? Yeah.
I'm pretty sure, I may be wrong in this, and I'm sure I'll be corrected, but I'm pretty sure the first game to have a New Game Plus was Chrono Trigger.
You're probably right.
Anto, you're an RPG savant. Chrono Trigger, first game to have New Game Plus. So you get to start the game again with your
All of your
fake
gear.
game.
game.
I can Google it for you quickly.
You know,
gamer.
you know what I
Come on.
bet doesn't have New Game Plus?
What?
The game where you play as a cat.
How do you know?
I just bet it doesn't. I'll put money on it.
Braden, what's coming out July 19th?
Stray! I was so happy when I saw the release date on this. Oh my god, it's so soon. And it looks great. It looks really, really good.
And if you're going to be a PlayStation Plus Deluxe or Extra, you get it as part of that plan.
I think I'm going to do that.
You do?
Yeah, I think I'm going to go for it.
Wow.
At least to check it out for the first year.
I'm considering it. I know I will definitely be looking into it because I know for regions like Australia where our streaming isn't as incredible as other places in the world because our internet is cat poo.
Rubbish.
Well, that's why we're not getting PS3 games.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Everything else is like
but
Game
they
Pass.
are so they. I think they're giving us an option with not as big a library to download instead of stream.
Yeah, the Deluxe.
Yeah, so I think that's the closest option that we have. They're going to be updating that as we come into the release of that soon. But look at it traversing. It traverses like it's in a bucket. Look at it.
Yeah.
I just like the fact all the robots are scared of the cat.
Oh, yes. And there's
I
some
just-
who are just like, who are you?
I just like the Metal Gear box hiding.
Yeah.
I also like there was a part where the cat jumped up on the roof and there was bottles along there, and the cat just did the arsehole cat thing and
Yep.
just like walked against
Straight
them
through
and,
it.
Yep.
I reckon
Right.
I'll really enjoy this for probably like an hour,
Yeah.
hour and a half. And then I won't not like it, but I'll move on to something else.
I can't see this game being any bigger than 6 hours.
Speaking of moving on to something else, Callisto Protocol was announced, which is
This
basically
looks-
You're
Dead
telling
Space.
Oh,
Yeah, I was going to say, I thought this was Dead Space.
the
when I was playing.
entire time until the title popped up, I was like, wow, Dead Space looks pretty good.
Dead Space remake looks fantastic.
So it was described as a broody monologue, creepy robots, and fleshy wet monsters.
Sounds like Dead Space.
Releasing
Fleshy
for
wet
both
monsters.
current and previous gen consoles on December 2nd, 2022. I really enjoyed this trailer. I don't know how much of it was gameplay.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to EA suing them because it looks exactly like Dead Space, including the like color thing on the back of the neck to
Yeah,
show
just like
his
the-
health. Like it looks like Dead Space.
It does.
But I mean, it looks good. Like for people who really enjoy that game, not me.
Just because you don't like scary things.
Yeah, it
you
looks
don't even like
incredibly.
Scooby-Doo.
It looks incredibly spooky.
Anto, what did you think of Dead Space Protocols?
I've been looking forward to this one for a while because it's actually being made by ex-Dead Space devs.
Oh, really?
So
That can explain a little bit.
that's why it looks the way it does.
That makes a lot of sense.
But yeah, I've been following this one since the teaser announcement a while ago and was just insanely hyped because I think they're tying it into Dead Space in some way as well.
Whoa.
They can do that?
I think so.
Man,
I'm not sure.
I'd like to see that contract.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't. That's
Isn't
boring.
it parody? Like they can get away with parody? The parody laws? That's how they got...
That looks cool, man.
It just, yeah.
That's how they got... Who's seen Chippendale? You've seen Chippendale.
I have seen Chip
That's
and
how
Dale.
they got
Yes,
that character.
Yes,
The
that
parody
character
laws,
who actually plays a bigger role than you expect.
which was great.
Oh, it's a good movie.
Chippendale on Disney Plus. Yes, you should definitely
Check it
watch
out.
it. It's
We're Disney
fantastic.
Shields. Star Wars, Chippendale.
So
get around
Disney,
it.
growing up, DuckTales was my number one.
Yeah.
Darkwing Duck, and then Chippendale Rescue Rangers. They were the ones I loved, and I just love the resurgence they're all going through at the moment.
It's good.
Speaking of
Resurgence.
A resurgence.
another word that starts with R is roller dough.
This trailer was the quickest I turned around on something ever.
Yes.
Really?
When it started, I was like, man, and they're like, new Bloodsport has come into the world, and it looked like this. I was like, oh, Bloodsport, I don't give a shit anymore.
Well, see, I saw it, and then I heard the 80s synth tone starting. I'm like, oh, hello.
I was
I
still
immediately went, oh, rollerball.
yeah.
These guys are too old to know what rollerball is.
Rollerball starring Paul Heyman.
Right.
I know what rollerball is.
It wasn't
James
until
Caan?
this moment when I went, oh, what?
Oh, this looks so good.
It looks great. It looks really
Oh,
good. I was
yeah.
I turned around on it instantaneously.
This looks like a lot of fun. I like the slow-mo. I think it's going to be stupid hard, but I will play it, suck at it, and enjoy it.
I'm really interested to see what the controls are like, because it looks like a very, like, cartoony version of Pro Skater, but with guns.
Look at that.
I just like the way you can bounce shots off the wall.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, Anto?
No, I've just been sort of staring in awe and trying to formulate my thoughts, and Townsy has basically nailed it. It looks like something crossed with Jet Set Radio, like Max Payne or My Friend Pedro.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I
The
can see
Dean
that.
Cain movie he's talking about was a remake of the original Rollerball movie with James Caan
And Paul Heyman.
and Paul Heyman.
Paul Heyman was the commentator.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I
looks cool.
completely turned around on it.
Roller-drome.
And, yeah, I think it actually looks really fun.
Yeah, that looks
We
cool.
can skip the next two games.
No, we better talk about these little games and all.
Floppy.
I just want to say before we start, like I don't like doing this, but I feel it's necessary. What was I saying in our Discord before this next announcement?
That will get another
You
game
know
looks exactly
karate.
like Street Fighter 5.
Both of those are correct, but I was also saying that I think Street Fighter 6 is going to make an appearance on this State of Play, and lo and behold, did we get Street Fighter 6? Anto, as possibly the biggest Street Fighter player, I won't say fan, because...
Oh, there's definitely a bigger fan out there than me.
But you are quite clearly the superior player.
Goes
What are
without saying.
your thoughts?
I was really impressed with how it looked. Visually, like, fine. It looks like a, it's not mind-blowingly gorgeous like something like Horizon would be.
I don't
But
know.
the fact
Ryu
that
was pretty hot.
they appear to be moving back to like a hybrid of the sort of hip-hop sort of styling they had with Street Fighter Third Strike, and moving back to like the same sort of visual flares that Street Fighter 4 had. Is Floppy dying?
Yes, he is. Don't
It's
worry
having a
about it.
sneezing fit. It's okay.
No. But yeah, no. It looks like what I wanted from Street Fighter 5. So
A complete game?
yeah, a complete game at launch without on-disc DLC, please, Capcom. But yeah, no, I'm very excited for it. I like the fact that they've got a bunch of new characters. There's an overworld that's very Sleeping Dogs and GTA-esque, that you just roll around and punch people.
See, I got Yakuza vibes.
I've just realized what vibes I was getting from it while I was watching this. It's NBA 2K. Because it's like a hub world where you can connect with other players and do versus matches and explore this little space. NBA 2K has that sort of space as well.
Yep, no, I can see it.
I know. I just made that connection then.
I just want to point out how great does Chun-Li look?
It looks real.
Like, Chun-Li looks fantastic in
It was
this.
Chun-Li.
I'm going as this is what I've been saying for the past 20 years.
happy to admit I was wrong.
Well, no, I might be wrong.
It's
but
Chun-Li.
it's Jeff. How good does Jeff look, everyone? But no, I think it looks really good. I was just really, really impressed with Chun-Li's new character model, because the last time we had a character model was...
Marvel Infinite, and it
yes,
was bad.
that was very, very bad. Whereas this, they've made her look less like a cartoon character. Ryu still looks like a impossible person, but Chun-Li looks actually
Have you seen The
somewhat
Rock?
realistic.
The
Yeah.
Rock lately's
I'm
terrifying.
sorry, Ryu's... What is... His ego made up of 3 people?
Yeah,
They've
Yeah.
just turned him into hench murder hobo with a beard and made him sexy.
and this I made this point on my Twitter the other day because I'm hilarious. But
Twitter?
on my Twitter, yeah, that's where I put jokes. Ryu,
Is that
like
where they all go?
he, yeah, I use them all up there.
Don't go anywhere else.
That's a good one.
Thanks, mate. I'm here all week.
No, you won't. Get out of my house.
No, I got like an hour and a half.
Right, good. Ryu looks cool, right?
Someone has just sort of stretched the transform tool on him so that he's a
No.
bit wider.
Can you imagine how he smells?
Oh, either like oak or like dog.
Yeah, like he fights, he lives in his gi and lives in the wilderness.
He doesn't live in the wilderness. He travels and hitchhikes and gets motels and
Oh,
washes in rivers.
much
He
better.
probably doesn't smell.
Oh, well,
He sleeps on bus stops
he
then
gets
and
those
the back
little-
of some truckers.
Those little
dodgy
motel
cab.
soaps.
I would imagine he smells better than someone like Zangief.
No,
Zangief-
Zangief bathes in champagne.
Yeah.
Zangief has
so he's
petals.
sticky.
and steam.
He
Lots of
also
steam
wrestles
baths.
bears.
He's very sticky.
Birdie, I think, would reek a bit.
Yeah, Birdie would smell.
Blanca's
Yeah.
probably got not
Donuts
the
and
best
beer.
personal hygiene.
Oh, yeah. No, he'd lick himself like a cat.
Yeah, so it'd actually be super clean.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes
cool.
it heaps better.
Anyway,
Dude
Street
licks
Fighter
his-
6.
It looks good. It looks good.
Yeah, breaking news. Blanca licks his butt.
Balls.
I went butt because we're trying to be more PG.
Well, no, he's tennis balls.
Beach balls.
He's
Yeah,
a mad
cool.
tennis fanatic.
There was one more game, wasn't it?
There was.
But there is no one here that likes it, so let's go.
So, yeah, we might as well great. All right, Final Fantasy 16.
All right, show's
Anto,
cancelled.
all yours.
Anto was going to stop the stream just there.
Anto?
I'm very excited.
Talk us through it.
Very excited. So Final Fantasy 16 is being made by Creative Business Unit 3, which is the team behind Final Fantasy 14, which in 2012 was resurrected from basically bankruptcy.
I'm starting to think getting Anto to do this was a bad idea.
I can't get over the studio's name. What?
Yeah, just Creative Business Unit 3.
That's like they accidentally skipped the change title option.
Well, it's like
Space
Nintendo
7.
have got, Project Development Resource 1 or something.
Do they? That's
yeah.
terrible. It's so bad.
But yeah, basically, it's going to be fantastic because it's being made by a team that actually care and have been given free reign to do what they want without being interfered with by other departments in Square Enix.
Like the NFT department?
Yes. So I'm biased because I love Final Fantasy, but I am convinced that someone could pick this up and they will have a good time with it, regardless of if they've ever played one before.
I like to pride Hack the Dino on not being biased on any form.
He says wearing a Nintendo jumper.
I said I'd like to. I doesn't mean we do
We
it.
wish we could. We can't.
Yeah, so you're looking forward to this, Anto?
Very excited. I'm
Bummed at next year release?
had to temper my expectations for the release. I'm a little bit sort of miffed we're not getting another Final Fantasy game until the end of the year, unless they surprise drop Remake Part 2.
No, that's not coming till 2026.
Keep praying, boy.
You've just got to stop saying it. The more you say it, the later it gets.
But yeah, I'm very, very excited. This looks so much better than the initial reveal trailer a year or two ago.
You'd hope so.
Yeah, like...
And I'd just like to take this time to say, hi, Square Enix. We know you're flagging us right now and look forward to having you pull our YouTube video.
You monster.
I
Again.
forgot about the small video thing for Square Enix stuff.
That's right. I only just remembered as well.
He was very excited about the Square Enix stuff. I like the fact that they're doing Street Fighter fights with monsters.
Yeah.
Like with
Square,
the big
please don't stop
parts.
anything to do with this. I am a huge fan, and I will do things that I wouldn't do for other
Anto,
people
I've got
for you.
good news for you. They don't care about their fans.
Yeah, I know.
All right. So overall, compared to the other state of plays that we've seen, how would we grade this? A,
2
B,
out
C,
of 10.
You always say that.
Just
I
because it
think-
didn't have Final Fantasy Remake Part 2?
No, this is like, it gets 2 points because I'm excited for Final Fantasy and Street Fighter. Maybe gets an extra half point for Resident Evil 4.
I think they did a good job of keeping it short, sharp, and shiny. The content wasn't super aimed at me. Like, some of it was. Like, I'm like with Ant, like, there was like 2 things that I was really like, that's cool.
So what would you give it a grade?
I mean, like, for quality, I'd give it an 8 out of 10. I think they did a good job of not filling it with rubbish.
Mm-hmm.
But it loses a couple of points because I wasn't interested in most of it.
All right. Braden, what would you give it?
Yeah, it gets a meh from me.
A meh?
It was all right.
Meh out of 10?
meh.
Yeah, like when like you're acting like a big massive announcement is, oh, Spider-Man's coming to PC. It's like, yeah, we know your games are eventually coming to PC now. That's not a big deal.
You like money. We get you.
When you get an extended gameplay trailer for another Walking Dead VR game.
Yeah.
I forgot about that
The
one.
fact,
to
that
clarify-
the fact that the 2 VR games they showed first were both zombie games. It's just like, oh my god, this is dragging.
That's just a give me, isn't it?
Um,
Anto?
Just to clarify, my 2 out of 10 was
A
me
gag.
just being stupid. I actually think it was more like an 8 out of 10 for me.
Yeah, I'm going to agree. I'm going to say 8 out of 10. I think Michael Towns in the chat has summed it up perfectly. 8 out of 10. Good stuff. Wasn't S-word.
shit.
needs more
There's-
death loop.
These more definitely.
Something else that was announced during the week that I don't think many of the co-hosts here have seen is the new Pokemon trailer for Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet.
I've only seen one thing from this thing,
Right. Well, we've
and
already
it's been
flagged.
very thirsty.
Oh, that's the hot professors.
Was it
Yes.
a Hodge professor?
Yes, it's all the girls and gays on my Instagram going crazy for the professors.
Brayden, have you heard about LECHONK?
Oh, LECHONK.
LECHONK?
LECHONK. Oh my god. He's a good boy. He's a good... Look at these two.
Look at those
Jesus.
professors there, Floppy.
That's-
She has fangs.
Look at those good pets.
I'm really still worried about that cat.
Is there a version
Yeah, it's
of
gonna
the
grow
game
legs.
where you can just take the professors around
It's a dating
and not
sim.
worry about the animals?
I like my old crusty old people professors, but you know, you got to move with the times.
Oh man, like after like seeing like gameplay of people playing Arceus, like it's good to see a Pokemon game that looks good.
I was saying to Ben before this, like I got really burnt out playing Diamond, so I got rid of Arceus, and I was like, I'm not playing this.
So the big changes for this one, it's an actual open world. Arceus, they never said it was an open world, whereas this one they've
Open
gone out of the way.
areas?
Yeah, it was hub world. Whereas this one they've said, no, this is a fully open world, Legend of Zelda type deal. You can have
guys.
multiplayer up to 4 people.
Is that an olive?
Yeah, so
is.
that one, we'll go through some of the new Pokemon that were revealed.
They're all memes.
And it is open open for the public. There's LECHONK.
LECHONK.
LECHONK. LECHONky pig.
Is he actually French? Because that'd be sick.
He needs to be.
That is pretty. Okay, he's pretty cool.
All right. So
give
we'll
him a
go through
cuddle.
some of the Pokemon that were announced. I've got pictures there, Anto. So if you want to bring them up.
Can I just say, Triple Indian, these professors are definitely looking for a third.
When they come out with the third game,
is
it's just going to be
perfect.
these two professors and another random
Pokemon
professor you've
swingers.
never seen before. Oh my god, it'd be great.
So we have first up, Poor Me. Little old electric mouse called Poor Me.
You know when someone moves on from something and then you
Oh,
think
that's
of the
pretty
perfect
cute.
joke for it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, man, I want that version of Pokemon Snap.
Oh.
Anyway, look at this dude.
So this is an electric mouse like Pikachu.
Yeah. Oh, he's electric.
So there are slight rumors that they might reuse the Gorochu design that was originally Pikachu's third evolution.
Look at this big...
Then we
round.
have... Sorry?
It's lame.
It's lame? All right, well, what about this
round.
good boy? LECHONK.
So is this everyone's favourites?
Oh, look, we can see the screen.
We get the run sheet.
Yep, good. Redirect
I'm
notice.
sorry.
LECHONK.
There's LECHONK.
So is this the one that everyone's losing their
Yeah,
shite?
this
Everyone loves
little
this little round dude.
Little
Why is
piggy
he?
LECHONK.
Why has he got like gunk in his eye?
Because he's a little piggy
Has he got
piggy.
conjunctivitis?
He does.
No, Floppy, it's eyeshadow.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
I've already seen memes of this guy on like a spit.
Oh!
And it's the
my
other two
God.
professors.
Oh, Jesus.
What happened to PG, Floppy?
Well, most of the people that are PG won't get it.
True.
But I was gonna say
Wow.
the yellow bit
was
is
great.
often portrayed as mustard.
Ah, lovely.
That's
fun.
And then we have the one that Floppy was asking about, Smoliv.
So it is an olive.
Yeah, so I've got the Pokédex entry here. Grass or
He's a
normal
freaking
type.
olive.
The oil that comes out of its head has a very strong bitter taste, and it is not suitable for consumption.
Oh.
When startled or attacked, Smoliv will shoot this oil out, slowly slowing its opponent down.
Slowing it down. Wait,
Oh
what?
dear.
It will then seize that moment and run away.
Oh dear.
So it sounds like the professors
You know
would have
what?
fun with that one too.
I'd probably play this guy.
Yeah.
Or gal.
And then we had the legendary
It's
Pokemon,
also called Small.
which are Koraidon and Miraidon. Now,
Okay, I haven't
what's
seen
different about these two? I don't know how much you've looked into the storyline, but apparently Scarlet and Violet, one takes place in the past, one takes place in the future.
Ooh.
So there are rumors
That's
that...
why the professor looks like a cave woman and the other guy looks like a smart
Yeah,
professor
yeah.
modern dude.
Yep.
Okay, that makes a bit more sense.
Yep. So the one in the future, if you see the legendary, actually has a digitized eye. So this is the past one. This is Koraidon.
You telling me that they're making Digimon now?
Yeah, man.
Oh my god, they're making Digimon now.
And then
folks.
we have Miraidon, which is got jets for feet.
Jets for
and
feet.
LED light eyes.
Oh my god, that looks crazy.
That
It does look like a Digimon.
That looks like something else.
It does.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
What? I'm not
It,
saying
it looks like a wiener.
Really?
I was
Yeah.
going to say phallic, but hey.
You guys got some weird looking winners.
It also looks like it might be inspired by what was that like supernova Pokemon thing that was always being stuffed into a gym bag in Sun and Moon?
Digimon.
In Sailor Moon.
No, in Pokemon Sun and Moon, there was like a little Pokemon that was like a galactic orb thing that the trainer that owned it kept stuffing it into a bag.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it maybe is related to that.
It's not. It's a digital thing. Anyway, Pokemon's coming out November 18, and someone called it.
Pokemon Digital Monsters.
Just go.
I called it. All right, Floppy.
Yes, mate.
You've got 10 minutes.
Yeah, thanks for that.
No worries.
Hey, you spoke about your games for 20 minutes.
Yeah, no. We're all to blame.
Oh, yeah, we're all to blame for me talking for 20 minutes.
No, we didn't talk about Pokemon. Who cares? No one here likes Pokemon. Okay, so I've got a little section here. I'll keep it as brief as I can. We have all seen tons of video games that are based on TV shows, movies, books, comics, all kinds of media. Over the last few years, though, we've seen a growing trend where video games have been getting made into board games.
Hell yeah.
And board game adaptions. I'm not going to talk about Monopoly. Monopoly is not a game. It is a device to destroy families and ruin friendships.
And it was originally made as a parody.
I was wondering where that was going.
Thank you. But yeah, it just destroys everything. We don't talk about Monopoly.
And
Monopoly
also,
is not a game.
there's Monopoly for any property you can imagine.
Yeah, absolutely. So it doesn't count. But I've had a look around and found some interesting board games, a couple of which I own and a couple of which I'd like to. Just to chuck it out, some ideas of what's out there. First one I've come across is for Ben. Anto, there's a picture and assets for this one because I couldn't find a video. This is Street Fighter, the card game.
Now, I actually bought a packet of these way back when.
Did you? So this is a deck builder game. I don't know. Are you familiar with deck builders?
TCGs.
Yeah,
No, not TCGs, deck builders. So you start off with a specific hand of cards that everyone has, and you buy and sell cards to increase the power that you have in your hand. Yeah. And so you build the deck as you play the game.
Sorry, I've just had something given to me in the chat.
No, you haven't. No, you haven't. Put it down. I'll go get all that stuff off that shelf and open it.
No, they're just saying that if Ben puts the board game in front of him, it's about the same size as his face, so he could be Snake.
Oh, okay.
Almost.
But Street Fighter, the card game. You can play as Ryu. You can play as Red-Gi Ryu. You can play... I forgot his name for a sec. You can play as Chun-Li, M. Bison, Balrog. There's 14 characters. You start with your identical hand, build up your abilities. You use your power level as currency. Defeat stage bosses to receive victory points. And use special signature attacks. It's apparently really easy to learn. I'm pretty keen to try this out. It's got 221 cards in there.
Oof, too many.
A lot of different things you can do. 14 oversized hero cards. That looks like a lot of fun. But yeah, Street Fighter as a deck building card game.
Not my first thought.
No, I thought it was weird.
What type of tabletop game it would be put into, but I guess it makes sense.
What else would Street Fighter fit into, I thought? Right.
Yeah.
I can't think of it fitting into much else. The next one, though, is Fallout. So Fallout...
Cockfighting.
Yes, cockfighting. It would fit into cockfighting.
I have heard of this one.
So this one, Fallout. So this is based around Fallout 4, Fallout 3 sort of style of stuff. It's 1 to 4 players. There is a video for this one, Ant. It takes part in a post-nuclear war game based on Fallout 4 and 3. You have a single objective that you work semi-cooperatively to achieve. And as you move through the game, it has like a hidden map. So like in a video game where you uncover the map as you explore, this one is not a fixed map. It is made up of tiles, and you can flip them over to reveal different kinds of terrain or different objectives and different people that rock up as you explore and move out. That is your character upgrade chart, we'll call it, which works a lot like it does in the video game where you upgrade attributes and abilities and stuff. Really freaking cool.
Michael Towns in the chat just wants to know if this game has any bugs.
3.
This is why I'm chuckling, because I'm just picturing you open the board game box and just cockroaches fly out of it.
Fly out
No,
at
I like you open it up and two of the tiles are just glitched together.
and it just doesn't work. Your person just falls through the table.
I have legitimately heard really good things about this game, though, because it works as a full-on tabletop RPG, but with board game mechanics. And you can play it as it's one of those rare tabletop games you can play as a solo.
Yeah, you actually can. You can play
and
the
you
whole
get
thing solo.
You get a full story out of it, and it's a full RPG to itself. It's really smart.
I will do a quick shout out to the channel Geek and Sundry and Becca Scott, who does amazing board game how to plays.
Yeah,
I got all the videos from her because they do amazing videos for them.
Yeah.
But yes, after Fallout is one that I own this one, and I purchased it, and I've got a couple of the minis down here.
Yeah.
Down there. This is Horizon Zero Dawn, the board game. So once again, it works very much the same as Fallout. It's a semi-co-op tactical action game. It does have a set board. You don't play through the story of the game. You play a hunter who's gone to a hunting lodge and been given a task to go and capture or kill a beastie. The main beastie is a sawtooth in this. But you can team up together and work towards it, or you can try and go and get other beasties that you can encounter and hunt them instead. So dice rolling mechanics and lots of expansions to give you things like the mammoth. The mammoth machine, the Thunderjaw, all of those. They've got amazing looking minis.
Yeah, their minis are
Minis are
Floppy's the one that he brought here. I had a look at them before, and they were really cool little minis. And you could totally paint them up if you wanted to.
I was about to ask, is that something you'd be tempted to do?
Look,
Floppy?
it is something
painting?
that I do. I paint. I like painting minis. So I've been working through my Zombicide ones lately.
Nice.
Been painting through them. I've just started collecting all the Resident Evil 2 ones, so I will get to that as well. But yeah, really cool way to extend more love of that game if you have gone through the video games. And of course, one of these, best thing about these is every time you play them, for the most part, they can go 1,000 different ways. You have a completely different experience every time.
Super
which is
varied.
really cool. Along the same sort of lines, we have a Dark Souls one.
That's right. They did do a Dark Souls one,
did
didn't
do a Dark
they?
Souls.
I forgot about that.
Now, Dark Souls, because it's a Dark Souls game, it is
Dodge.
been known to be brutally hard.
Dodge.
And only 5% of players actually finish it.
So it's a brutally hard exploration minis-based game. Very fast setup so that you can get it out and get it set up really easy. And then it's a really long reveal as you play it. So it's probably like a 2 to 3 hour game every time you play it.
Yeah.
When you set it up on the table. Easy to get into, and then builds as you explore and you uncover other motivations that you can go for as side quests, essentially. The combat and enemies require very deep strategy, good stamina management to try and get through it, much like the game. Dodge and parry. You're given limited resources to be able to achieve your goals. With lots of mini bosses and bosses to encounter, an innovative behavior mechanism, and it offers lots of replayability. So it's not one that I've played yet, but it does sound very cool.
That's a lot of minis.
There's a lot. Like, I am a sucker for a board game with bits.
Yeah.
I love them so much.
Man, the graphics on this board game look great.
So 3D.
And you can actually, it's full on co-op and everything. Cool.
Would you play a Dark Souls board game, Ben?
Oh, I'd give it a go.
Give it a go. It looks pretty. It looks really good, but it does sound punishing.
Yeah.
I don't play enough.
I feel like you'd only be able to play it if you did it. Sorry, Ben.
No, that's all right. I was just making a random comment about me.
I was just going to say something stupid as well.
Wow. Rude.
Wow. Okay.
I feel like you should only be allowed to play this if you follow the Fashion Souls rule, where you have to wear the most extravagant / stupid / mismatched outfit you possibly can find.
Yeah.
You've seen my wardrobe, right?
It's all Nintendo.
Or they do the playthrough where they're only in the rag.
Yeah, in the loincloth.
Yeah. Everyone's in the loincloth.
But yeah, they've just put it up on the video there. Easy to die. So punishing board game. Go for it. A little bit different though is a tabletop card game based on The Binding of Isaac.
Oh.
So did you play The Binding of Isaac?
I've watched a lot of people play Binding of Isaac.
So this is a game that deals with sacrifice, betrayal, and hoarding. You collect treasure.
Trevor.
You collect Trevor.
Love Trevor.
He's a cool guy. You just find him chilling out in dungeons. You collect treasure, gather loot, defeat monsters, and be the first to collect 4 souls. You can discover killer combos within the cards that you pick up. You can enhance your abilities, betray your companions if you wish. You might like this, Ben.
Maybe.
Contains over 300 cards in this game.
I mean, this is one where it really this game seems like it would lend itself really well to a card game.
Yeah, absolutely. And the fact that there's things like 300 cards.
Yeah,
And you will not get anywhere near through that.
Binding
in
of
one
Isaac
playthrough.
is so random. Like whenever anyone plays through it, it's always different. And you get different powers and
Isn't
stuff.
it a procedurally generated?
Yeah,
It's a roguelike?
it's a roguelike, and people just play through it like constantly forever.
So with a board game or card game iteration of it, you have to have so many possibilities of things that could come up.
Yeah.
So that sounds really cool, and it looks real pretty and nice and simple as well.
Yeah, nice.
Next one I bought along with me. You can see here.
yeah.
I bought it because I knew Ben wanted to get his hands on it. Just touch it, look at it, smell it. It is bordering on that why I didn't do Monopoly. Like, it is basically Risk.
Yeah.
There is many different versions of Risk, but it is Metal Gear, so I couldn't not bring it up.
Oh, look at
So
it.
this is Metal Gear. I've played this a lot. It is an area control game. That's what Risk is. 3 to 5 players. It adds a theme to existing Risk. So traditional gameplay. You get dice-based battles to be able to take over territories and try and rule the world. But it includes an extra territory, which is Outer Haven. Which in the Outer Haven in here is a submarine, a giant submarine that can travel around the world.
That's what it was in 4, wasn't it?
Sure.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Can travel around the world and attack other countries.
That's
territories.
awesome.
That's cool.
And just because, Outer Haven, you have to take it over to be able to utilize it, and then you can lose it to someone else.
Oh, cool.
And then,
Now,
so it can chop and change.
can I play as Revolver Ocelot?
You don't play as Revolver Ocelot. What you do is it has a whole bunch of the
like hero actions,
hero
basically?
actions. So you have like Solid Snake, you have Roy Campbell, you got Revolver or Liquid Ocelot. No, Revolver. No, it's Liquid Ocelot in this.
Oh, is it?
You have the Rat Pack. You have a bunch of the guys from different games, heroes and villains that you hire as like a commander for your army, and they give you abilities,
Oh, okay.
and you can fire them and hire other ones depending on what you want to do. It is really cool. You can use nuclear armaments because it's Metal Gear to be able to take out territories from afar.
Triple Indy in the chat has a very good question. Do you get to read other people's cards if you play as Psycho Mantis?
Psycho Mantis not in it.
Oh, really?
Probably for that reason. I was miffed. Psycho Mantis is my favorite villain.
I think it's probably more to do with this one was released after.
It was more around 4.
It was released after 4 came out, so I think at that
Yeah.
point, Psycho Mantis
Well,
is.
Yeah, he's long gone.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
that's Old Snake on the
Yeah,
box.
you got
Yeah.
Rat Pack, you got Old Snake, you got all those guys. You got so you get abilities and stuff by buying Drebin cards from like the guy that would run around Drebin.
Yep.
He was the arms dealer.
Yep.
Yeah,
Just turned up everywhere.
To
What
do
are you
every-
doing here?
It is awesome, and it's a really cool looking board too.
Get the hell out of my shower, Drebin. What are you doing?
Weird.
Creepy guy.
Now to go somewhere completely different though, what would you think a Portal game would look like?
I'd think it'd be a Triumph.
Oh, I'd want it to be like Twister.
It's really not. But your arm goes through the board and pops out
it'd be
somewhere else.
great. It's Twister, but it's vertical, so you have to try and reach through
So-
to get. Now it sounds bad.
This game is called Portal, the Uncooperative Cake Acquisition Game.
Okay.
I've never played it, but after doing a little bit of research, I really, really want to.
Ooh.
So it is an area control, but with an ever-changing board. It has a game of constantly shifting area control and card play. Players move and portal their test subjects to various chambers in a lab.
Okay.
And at the end of each player's turn, one of the chambers on the end of the lab gives way, plunging all test subjects into oblivion. But should your test subjects have numbered greater than all the others in the falling chamber, they earn you some wonderful parting gifts, like cake.
This is actually really cool.
Is it real cake? Or
It's
is
not
it a
real cake.
lie?
It's that little plastic cake.
Oh,
Don't-
so it is a lie.
Don't inhale it. Cake's a lie. But yeah, really different, really weird. It's one of those like sort of abstract-y type board games where it's not a general, well-known sort of gameplay features, mechanics.
Yeah.
So you really got to wrap your hand around it a little bit, but then it becomes really strategic and really interesting.
Yeah.
I really want to play this one.
It looks really interesting. It looks like super duper different.
Yeah, super duper different. I really like it. If you want something really cool, calm, and not as crazy, Stardew Valley has a co-op farming game.
Okay.
So you can have a cooperative board game of farming and friendship based on the Stardew Valley board game.
So it's like Stardew Valley but slower.
Yes,
Is that possible?
apparently. So the goal of the game is to complete Grandpa's goals and restore the community centre, which requires you to gather different types of resources represented
Okay.
by different tiles.
It looks really cute.
You have a fixed amount of turns, which is really good in a game if you don't want to play for hours and hours. You have a fixed amount of turns. If you don't achieve your goals in that amount of turns, you lose.
Yeah.
The bank
So-
comes and repossesses your file.
Absolutely.
Gets knocked down for a super mole.
Cooperatively, you all decide each turn where you're going to focus your actions and place your pawn in that part of the valley, so like a worker placement type thing. You water crops, you try to catch fish, you roll dice to explore mines. Like, it's just chilled.
It looks really cute.
Having said that, those cooperative ones can lend themselves to a lot of arguing
Oh yeah.
because you're all going to be on the
Yeah.
same thing.
You're not going to agree on what to do.
I would absolutely play the hell out of a Stardew Valley game.
My
I've put stupid amounts of time into
I've got
that.
good news for you, Anto. There's a great game called Stardew Valley, and you can play it on any console you want.
The last board game that I have that is based on a video game is something that is near and dear to me, and it's something that I am in the process of collecting all of at the moment. All the
Operation.
Yes, Operation. Is Resident Evil 2, the board game. I wasn't going to buy this because the base game itself is quite small. And then I have friends who work at a board game store. They have access to all of the Kickstarter bonuses and everything from when this was kickstarted. And I am now buying them all. This thing is a cooperative board game where you play as the characters and scenarios from the video game by Capcom. You play as Leon, you play as Claire, you play as a number of the other guys that have rocked up, including one of the expansions that allows you to play as Tofu with the knife.
Oh, nice.
Where you just play a block of tofu with a knife. You travel from the police station to the underground Umbrella laboratory. You uncover secrets, escape from Raccoon City. There are so many expansions because obviously they deal with the expansions that came with playing the A and B side of the games from each character. So there's, Claire's expansions deal with the different stages of Birkin as he's evolving through the G virus, as he stabs himself at the start of the game. It has expansions that give you different alternate sculpts for zombies, for lickers. There's zombies that are half zombies with entrails dragging. It was so gross.
Good minis.
And so cool. I cannot wait to paint these things.
Yeah.
And just play the crap out of the game. But the hardest thing to find, base game.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. But there you go. That is my take on some video game themed board games for something different.
All right, very, very quickly, lightning round.
Okay.
Star Wars Celebration announcements. Jedi Survivor, teaser trailer revealed. Thoughts?
Love it. Can't wait to play it. Love the first one. And I'm going to play it again like Braden is.
Very excited. Was a bit like, when it was 2023, but I'm happy to wait. It's apparently one of the first games we're going to be getting that's being developed in Unreal Engine 5.
Ooh, pretty.
So it is going to be visually a treat. I'm very interested to
Takes
see what it
place
actually
5
looks like.
years after the other one.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So apparently, the first one takes place 5 years after Return of the Jedi.
Yep.
This one takes place 5 years after that, so 10 years after Return of the Jedi.
After Revenge of the Sith.
Revenge of the Sith?
Yes.
Sorry, yes. Revenge
Yeah.
of the Sith, not Return of the Jedi.
Order
Revenge of the
66.
Sith. Yes, so 5 years, then 10 years. So 10 years after Revenge of the
Okay.
Sith. What else is taking place 10 years after Revenge of the Sith at the moment?
Hmm.
That's right, the old Obi-Wan Kenobi TV program.
Obi-Wan.
And there has been rumours that Cal may be popping up.
I would love to see
Oh,
Cal
dude.
pop up. That would be so good.
He's
Even if
a-
it's just in the background.
And Cameron's a TV actor, so isn't past him. Oh,
So
man.
this is coming for next-gen consoles only. So they've ditched PS4. It is PS5 only.
You know what? It'll at that stage where it'll be almost 3 years into 3 years. We'll be over 3 years into the next gen console. So
Well, we call it next-gen. We need to start calling it current-gen.
current gen.
Like-
So yeah,
I'm so interested in whoever that is.
Yeah.
I reckon it might be Revan.
I know nothing about them, but I will do anything for them.
I've heard Darklighter. I've heard...
Biggs.
Darklighter. I've heard the other one I said before. I can't remember.
Who's there's the meme name that people say, like the fake name whenever any new Star Wars things come out. They're like, oh man, it's like Sprug Madoo.
Yeah.
And they
Darth
just make up
Revan
a
was
name.
one of them.
Yeah.
I personally hope it's Kip Duran because I loved Kip Duran in the Legends books and we haven't seen him. Then there's BD1 Lego set was announced,
I'll
which
get
is
that.
all cool.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was leaked and then announced the next day.
Triple Andy thinks it's Sephiroth.
And then finally, KOTOR 2 port has been announced for Switch. It's being made by Asper, who's also
They're doing
developing the
aren't they?
remake.
Yeah, good.
But we have been Hack the Dino. This has been our celebration, our good old fun time with you, our beloved devourer of things we throw out there.
Content.
Content.
Yeah.
Just eating all our content. Just,
Everyone's favorite modern word.
just putting the whop cream, the Whopper cream.
That
Get
means
it-
something
Get in your
else.
Whopper. Just put it in a blender. Just
Anto's
it all up,
hovering over the stop
put it-
streaming
You know
button.
one of those squeezy things that you do that with?
Hey Ben.
Yeah.
Ben.
I'm describing Whopper cream. Do you mind?
I do.
Anyway, you
Stop.
Wait, am I doing this right? Yeah, you can subscribe on YouTube at
But this isn't all
youtube.com.
we do. We do other things. Floppy, what do you do?
I put photos and things up on Instagram at Floppy Plays Games.
Yeah?
I think I've actually got a new one up this week.
Oh wow.
I know. Right? I've been in a big lull. I believe I put up stuff that I've finished or playing. I can't remember if I put up stuff that I bought. But yeah, jump over there. You can see things that I've purchased, things that I'm showing off, things that I'm playing, things that I've enjoyed, things that I haven't.
Oh, really? You put your stuff you haven't enjoyed?
Yeah,
on there?
sometimes. Floppy plays games.
This thing's shit.
Yeah, pretty much.
There we go.
Yeah,
Oh,
there you
Star
go.
Wars.
Up the top, I
was
put
up
up
there?
Star
What we got?
Wars and Sifu. And
Lego
actually,
Star
if you go to
Wars.
Horizon, I don't know if we had that one up there last time. Did I show you the Lego? 'Cause
Yes.
Oh, did you get the Lego?
I got the Lego. Has Braden not seen it?
Oh, it looks so cool.
I'm going to have to
so
sign in
good.
quickly, so give me a sec.
No, don't worry about it, man. Don't worry about it. Oh, yeah.
Check
The
it
latest
now.
ones
You
with
got
Sifu
to
and
look it
stuff.
up. You got to go follow Floppy on Instagram. They
Go
got
check
you.
out Floppy Plays Games. Or more accurately, Floppy buys a lot of games, plays a couple.
Braden,
Cool.
what else do you do besides studying?
You can go to Greenlight Comics in Adelaide and buy some comics or some manga. That would be preferred. It's a really fun little shop, and you can possibly see the ghost of Dan. Happy 200th episode. And I also do a podcast called Millennial Movie Talk, in which myself and my friends we chat about the movie news, reviews, and previews. Most recently, Alex saw Top Gun Maverick 3 times.
What is up?
I think I'm going to see it.
That movie's getting 8s and 9s.
So legitimately, so the best thing that he said during our review of it, which you'll be able to hear on podcast services once I edit the episode,
globe.
and you can follow on those or subscribe on YouTube if you want. We're going to be changing how we do the show soon, so look forward to that.
I thought I saw you go live.
Yeah. So we were, and it didn't work.
Oh,
but that's because Alex took upon himself to learn how to set up streaming stuff, even though I've done it for years. Here, I don't know. I was busy. He wasn't. So
Sounds good.
He did a fair effort, but so keep an eye out for that. But in our review of Top Gun Maverick, he said it is the epitome of the phrase, "They don't make them like they used to." In like, this is like how they used to make them. The fact that it is all practical effects. And
really? Yeah.
like these,
Like, they flew in these
they
planes.
are flying these planes. Well, they're also like the passenger in these fighter jets, but like they're actually doing the stunts that you're. Every plane shot is a real shot. So when you see these planes do insane things, it's just incredible. He also said, like, seeing it on anything smaller than an extreme screen is criminal, because when you're in the extreme screen with that audio, the room just rumbles. And
Jeez.
like he said, it is an incredible cinema experience. He said it's his favorite cinema experience ever. And this is coming from Alex, who watched Top Gun, the original, a week ago
For the first time.
for the first time. So he has zero nostalgia for it. He loved it.
Wow.
Did he go and see this? Did he go to the cinemas dressed in a pair of jeans and nothing else oiled up?
No, but he did show me a clip of Miles Teller in jeans oiled up. Holy moly. I already liked Miles Teller as a human being and as an actor, but Jesus, he got ripped for this movie.
Yes, he did.
Woo!
Did it take his breath away?
Did it
says
take his?
Alan.
No. You got to say it correctly. Did it take his breath away?
Well, I tell you what, it was definitely playing with the boys. playing with the boys.
And there's the copyright strike.
You're welcome, folks.
That wonderful, perfect rendition.
yeah.
Is it due to our perfect pitch?
Square
It is.
Enix and Tom Cruise are after us.
That's well. Anto, what do you do?
Pause.
Yeah, pause.
Yeah, he does that a lot.
I've done a little bit of streaming recently on the Hack The Dino channel.
Yeah, you
I'm
did
not-
multiverses.
I did. Played a lot of multiverses on stream, which was good fun. I have decided, shocking as it may be, I will be doing a Final Fantasy VII playthrough from start to finish
Yeah,
at
Final
some point.
Fantasy VII.
Do it blindfolded, you coward.
I probably could, but I'm not going to.
You know what? I believe him.
But yeah, Ben and I are also sharing social duty at the moment, just because there's some stuff going on with me. So any of the stuff you see,
He's
at
building
present-
a giant mech.
I am
You should
building a
see
giant
it.
mech.
It's freaking awesome.
That's also a great way to just like throw the blame when you accidentally put a typo in. Just be like, oh, Ben did that one.
And people will believe it because I don't proofread anything.
Oh, Ben's typing, I swear to God.
No.
Floppy
No,
hasn't
no.
pointed out
You
anything
don't
yet,
get
so-
to take that away from me.
You're welcome to it, my friend.
My typing, anyone that I've ever sent a message to,
Yep.
you need sort of like university degree cryptography.
You'd think these
to
guys have
understand my
never
messages.
seen a QWERTY keyboard before.
Let's read the first word that Floppy's written in his board games review.
Is it bad?
miss.
I didn't even realise that was misspelled. I forgot the A in games.
Boardgamers.
Boardgamers.
It's also in all caps.
Yep.
I love it. I love
Hush.
it. Incredible stuff.
Okay.
Thank you, everyone, for everything. 200 episodes. That's incredible. And you guys are the best.
Yeah. And I would just like to say thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true. You're a friend and a confidant. Bum, bum, bum. And if you threw a party, man, you really gotta stop this stream.